on some level, it has to go beyond your circumstances. And as long as we feel tethered to our circumstances, it's very hard to tap into a higher part of ourselves. So I think that for me, when I've felt that my circumstances were not me feeling joy, whether it was when I was single and trying to find my other half, or I was on the journey of fertility and having my baby, which took a pretty long time, several years, I often felt, how am I supposed to step into joy? And it's a commandment. Like, you're right. Like, Hashem is telling us, step into your joy. And I had to be willing to let go to a certain degree of what I thought things should be and the expectations that I thought needed to exist in order for me to step into my joy. And once I was able to kind of let go of the vision that I had, it definitely lent itself to me being open to what Hashem had in store for me. I'm not saying that that was easy to find. I'm not saying that I woke up and I felt joy. I think that when you're having a hard time, it's a hard time. And I think part of it is also being honest with yourself about that. But in the same breath, if we can allow ourselves and give ourselves permission to realize that we're here for a soul mission, and often we don't have the luxury of choosing what that looks like. And so once we can let go of this notion of this is what joy looks like, and this is how it should be, and this should be existence, but we can come into this free fall almost, of letting go. Letting go is a free fall, and that's a scary place to be, but at the same time, it's very liberating. And it allows us to actually open ourselves to something much greater than what we can even imagine for ourselves. So it's constant work. I think I have to be very active in working on that and recognizing that I'm a soul and a body, and that my existence is in a body, and I experience it as a human, and I feel the emotions, and that's challenging and difficult. But at the same time, I'm a soul, and that soul is infinity. It was here before, it's going to be here again, that there's a full picture that maybe I'm not seeing. And I guess what I'm trying to say is to be open, to be open to what Hashem is trying to show me. I remember in both experiences that I remember feeling, I was in a double bind, where this way was negative, that way was negative, and I just felt very stuck. And I do remember very clearly that when I had a breakthrough moment, I do remember that there was a very, very clear shift, and I think that clear shift very much came to, instead of going outward, was really going inward. And I guess what I mean by that is checking in with myself, honoring myself, loving myself, accepting myself fully and completely, accepting my circumstances. And once I realized that those things around me were not my enemy, those are not my enemy, right? My fertility was not my enemy. My singlehood was not my enemy. Once I was able to come into acceptance around those experiences, I did feel like, whoa, okay, now I'm spreading my wings. And I will say that I did experience shifts after that. Again, those shifts were not what I had expected them to look like, but I at least had the openness to allowing in what Hashem wanted for me. So my experience of finding my husband was very different than what I had envisioned for myself, right? I had choreographed it to a T. I had to let go of that. I had choreographed my motherhood. I had to let go of that.
When you let go of that, did you let go of it and you said, Hashem, I might not have children?
Yes, I had. There was definitely a surrendering of, I on some level knew that I was meant to be a mother and that I was going to be a mother, but how that was going to be happening, I let go of. And I said, Hashem, there's a soul that's coming down into the world for me, and I'm willing and wanting to accept however way that looks, whether it's adoption or it's donor or it's surrogacy. I definitely had to open myself to Hashem, you lead the way. I'm letting go of this, and I'm putting it into your hands. And I think that once I realized that I wasn't in the driver's seat and that I was really in the passenger seat, that Hashem was the one that was driving me, and I let go of feeling like I'm the one in control, and I'm the one that I know where the destination is, and I am a pretty clear person. I've always kind of been that way. And I think that this is the test of faith, is how willing are you to let go of what you think you know, and how willing are you to allow space for something greater than yourself. And we are pushed. We are so pushed. Each one of us is so pushed. And we have resistance there, naturally. We don't want that. It's challenging. But once we give permission to ourselves to go there, to allow ourselves in that space, it is like a wave that washes over.
Wow, we got a lot of sound bites there.
We just have the whole